So it's about 22 degrees right now. It's 9:30 in the morning. It's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna go up to 30, low 30s. So this is gonna be a lot of fun. So you pump it up to a pressure of maximum 15 psi. It takes about 6-7 minutes. One thing you might be able to notice by looking at the riverbank, a lot of mud. This is low tide, it's a tidal river. So we're going upriver, which means when the tide comes in, when it's time for us to turn around and head back, we are going to be going against the tide. So it's going to be quite a good workout, which I like. I like to get out in the elements kind of thing and work out at the same time. So I appreciate fitness and beauty at the same time. I can feel two questions being asked in the comments. First question will be, why is he not standing up on the stand-up paddleboard? Well, with this river being this low, there's a lot of weeds on the bottom. And you've got a little fin on the bottom of the paddleboard that gets caught in the weeds. And believe me, it's happened many a time. So you're standing up, gets caught in a weed, and just that little snag, it sends you forward. So today, it's kneel down paddle board and stay a bit drier. Second question, and this is kind of like what the weeds are, like that. Second question I can feel being asked, if you're so close to the banks, it's a beautiful hot day, why are you wearing a life jacket? It's a personal choice, I always wear life jackets. I guess it stems from the fact that I'm 66 years old, and I think I'm in pretty good physical shape. My endurance, stamina is very good from stuff like this and cycling and hiking. So I don't have a concern about my fitness. But when you get to 60s, 50s, 60s, you never know what might happen, right? Out of the blue, you're unaware of something happens. Touch wood. Everyone does that, don't they? But touch wood's too far away to touch. Touch wood, nothing ever does. But if something did happen and you become ill and you fell, you don't have a jacket on, who knows what might happen, eh? So I don't mind wearing a life jacket, doesn't bother me. In fact, I prefer it because it makes me feel better. So there's the two questions I felt might be burning in the comments. We've been paddling for 45 minutes non-stop. I think I deserve some water because it is getting pretty hot. We're ground. Now this is pretty shallow. It's like when you have a bath, if everyone has baths anymore, and you take out the plug and the bath water goes down, and at a certain rate, and just as it gets to the bottom, well, that's where we're at now. We're at the bottom, and the current was pretty strong. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look for a break, place for a break and have a nice apple. Bought an apple and a banana for lunch. This is my this is my water hat. I got this on a road trip a couple of years ago. It's like $10. It was my GoPro Joe hat on the road trip. But it's really good because you lose it in the water and it floats. It's really light and it keeps the sun out. It's $10. So yeah, it's my water sports hat. Oh, this apple tastes so good. It's quite a workout. I think we're about halfway from what I want to do. I think we're going to be out for like 2 to 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah. And I say it's going to get really hot later. So I don't really want to be on the water at 30 plus degrees. But oh, it's been good. I'm not getting emotional. I've got sunscreen in my eyes. While we're still relaxing, what can we talk about? Why do I like this? Why do I like this so much? I think it's from where I come from, southeast London, surrounded by concrete, and this is just incredible to me. I love it. But I appreciate where I come from. We had a tough upbringing, single parent family, didn't have much money. Mum was really good to us. And one year, she was going to buy me a Christmas present. We couldn't afford presents all the time because we didn't have the money. I was just a kid. She worked about 3 or 4 jobs. I say no, Dad. One day she said, "Come at Christmas, I'm going to take you up to Gamage's," which used to be, I don't know if it's still there. It was like the top toy store for kids in London, Gamage's. Remember, it had like 3 floors, and one floor had a whole like train set going around the outside. There's like a whole block of like storefront windows with toys in it and stuff like that. She said she'd take me there. I don't know how she's going to afford it, but she said she's going to do it, and I'm not going to say no. So we got the bus up there. We went up to Gamage's, and she said, "Take your time. Just walk up and down. Whatever toy you want, I'll get for you." I was like, "Seriously?" She said, "Don't worry. Any toy. You pick it, I'll get it." All right, so I was walking up and down. I couldn't decide. I mean, there were so many toys, I couldn't decide. And but eventually, like I used to like train sets. Never had one. And there was this like, I guess it's a beginner train set. I weren't going to choose anything too expensive, but so I said like, "Can I have the train set?" It's kind of like a little box like that kind of thing. I think it had like 1 train, a wagon and some track. She's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, please." And she said, "Okay." So she opened her purse, she took out a brick, threw it through the window, smashed it, grabbed the train set, and she's off down the street. And I'm looking around, like, what just happened? So she said, run. So I'm running after her, jumped on this bus, and we're gone. But yeah, she was great, my old mum. She'd do anything for you. Ah, good old days, eh? All right, I better finish this and get going. We are aground again. Literally, if I was standing up, I would not be standing up. You know what I mean? That's good. Okay, deep in water. I'm looking at the weeds, and as they were like basically horizontal to the ground, they now are just kind of floating in no man's land, which tells me it's a slack tide, which means it's just about to turn. I'm not sure how long it stays slack for, but it's finished going out, I think, and it's going to start coming in soon. So at the moment, it's nice paddling. Pretty soon, we're going to deserve a reward when we get back. I'm not sure what the reward will be. It's only halfway through the day, so it can't be a beer. Maybe stop and get a nice dessert or something. Flavoured coffee and dessert. Like when I go cycling with the wife. My reward then is, as you might know if you've seen some of my videos, my reward is a clubhouse sandwich and French fries. So I eat healthy most of the time. We eat healthy, but you've got to let yourself go occasionally. So yeah, let's see what we have today. Listen, a beaver dam. Hello, how's it going?
Good. I see you've got your lunchbox and everything.
Well, of course I have. Where's your? Oh yeah, you got yours too. I've already had my apple, got my banana to go. And the water's cold. You can't see, but behind you is a little lunchbox with a couple of frozen waters in it. And what else? I said I got banana left. It's crucial. It's crucial. You can't just bring a water. You need to bring something to sustain you if you're going to spend any time out here. So yeah, always, whether I do paddleboarding or kayaking, I always bring this. What a goodies. Change technique for a little bit. Sit down paddleboarding. I can tell these knees are red. And I don't know if you can also tell, I've got big scars on both knees. Too much soccer. And the cartilage taken out of front of both legs. But this is the old days. This is not arthroscopic that they do now. This is like 2 weeks in the hospital where they just rip you open, they grab it and throw it out. So, which means you've got no cartilage on it's bone on bone, right? So, I tried to carry on playing soccer, but running, the pounding, joint on joint, I couldn't do it. I could have been a star. Instead of that, my kid's a star. Anyway, another story. But yeah, but what you can do, if you do have anything wrong with your knees, cycling is excellent. Or swimming, but cycling, as long as you stay in the saddle, you don't put any pressure on your knees, so you build up all your muscles around your knees, which keeps your knees like in line. And yeah, it's good for you. Change the technique. Come back to the knees. I've had some time to recover. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background. It's a seaplane. Quite a few seaplanes around here. I guess taking the fishermen to the lakes. So this, what we're actually paddling on, is a dyke. Connects to the main river that heads out to the ocean. This is a dyke. You can tell, like, there's always these dyke sides. So there's a tidal dyke. It's pretty peaceful, and there's no motor boats allowed on this dyke, or these dykes. They go for miles. There's a bridge up ahead. We're going to get out before the bridge, but where the bridge is the cutoff. After the bridge there's a marina and stuff like that, the main river going up to the lake and that. But they can't go past the bridge, so it makes it really peaceful. You come out early in the morning, like we've seen, what's that, one group. So, kids are back at school, so it's less busy now as well. But yeah, it makes it really peaceful. You don't have to worry about some motorboat with a wake and an engine. So you get to see the wildlife as well. There's loads of wildlife around here. Maybe next time I'll go out a bit earlier and see what we can see, because around this area there's bears, and you do see them. You see them swimming across the water sometimes. You certainly see them when you're on a trail cycling early in the morning. I've come across quite a few. There's coyotes, and of course you saw that crane earlier. That's the local bird. It's on the coat of arms of the local community. A bunch of ducks. Sometimes you're lucky enough to see beavers, but hot days like this, at this time of day, not as common. Well, thanks for joining me on today's paddle. I thought it was an absolutely fantastic day. Beautiful out there. Loved every minute of it. So I really appreciate you following along and watching. And I look forward to seeing you next video.